if you look like that and you're doing some gangster shit, bye-bye. I have no remorse. Zero.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there's a president out there, Nayib Bukele. I hope I pronounce the name perfectly. He is tired of the crime in Salvador. But anyway, before we start, like, share, hit the bell notification. It supports me, helps me a lot.
Tell me if you think this is a good idea or a bad idea. Watch this.
It looks like a sea of skin and tattoos. These images released by El Salvador's government shows the transfer of about 2,000 inmates stripped to their shorts and with their heads shaved to what's been dubbed the country's new mega prison. It just opened. It's believed to be the largest prison in the Americas with a capacity for 40,000 people, and it's the latest step in a controversial crackdown on crime that's caused the country's prison population to soar.
Watch the stats, though.
Human rights organizations have reported that innocent people have been caught up in the law enforcement campaign. That includes dozens, they say.
Notice all their faces are covered, so these guys don't remember them.
Last year, the country's president asked Congress for emergency powers to temporarily suspend some constitutional rights after a massive spike in murders attributed to gang crime. It includes that arrests can be made without a warrant and detainees no longer have a right to a lawyer. Private communications of all citizens can also be accessed by the government. Since then, about 64,000 suspects have been arrested. The murder reports fell about 57%.
Did you hear that?
Last year.
Okay, go back 10 seconds to hear that stat again. It's important for the audience to hear that. Go right there and play it. Listen to the stat.
The government. Since then, about 64,000 suspects have been arrested. The murder reports fell about 57%.
Wow.
I know. They have human right. I wish they had more. But that's the reason why the crime is going crazy, because everybody has human right, even the ones that accidentally bam your body.
This Reuters, for whatever reason, flagged this for me and said warning. They put a warning on this tweet because it might have sensitive content. I'm like, this is not even my tweet. I'm retweeting a Reuters tweet.
What the?
And Reuters didn't get the warning. I got the warning. I'll send it to you, Rob, if you want to put it up there. So is this a good idea or is this a bad idea with what El Salvador is doing? 64,000 people arrested. Crime is down 57%.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
I think people need to go back and take a look at what really happened in California when Kamala Harris was Attorney General, the three strikes law, Wackenhut building more prisons there, which is prisons for profit.
And this president was like, I don't want that, but I just want to. But this president is amazing because he just wanted to stop crime because so many people are dying.
Trying to drop the crime rate too, and so I think what they're trying to do, they have this terrible crime problem, and they're like, all right, let's just round up all the MS-13 gang members and let's watch the statistics. And unless they're monkeying with the numbers, you've got a 57% drop in murders. Okay, well, guess what's happening? They're getting the outcome they wanted, and you could debate whether you like the way they're doing it. But this is the outcome they wanted: less murders in their community.
Or drastic times calls for drastic measures. If and the stats don't lie, 50% murder rate down. I'm sorry, bro. If you look like that and you're doing some gangster shit, bye-bye. I have no remorse. Zero.
Yeah,
Bye.
What is even the pushback here?
Can you go to the tweet and let's read some of the comments. I think that's.
And this president, the only thing he's saying is like, yo, I want to care about the kids. And if they still exist consistently, the new generation will never have a chance.
Tough on crime is good, but not by suspending their constitution. So click on it to read the replies. That's Jake Shields. I agree. Okay, I agree. But at the same time, if you legitimately commit violent crimes, you forfeit your rights. The only area of concern is the judicial system being corrupt, innocent people being convicted. Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay, let's read them. How many innocent people died because certain individuals weren't in police custody? Go to the next one. I was in El Salvador before they were rounded up and your life was in danger every second you left your house. This is good. Makes me happy. Citizens that want to just make a living. Focus on being harder on crime. Focus on punishing criminals. Focus on squeezing as many criminals in one place as possible can only lead to bad outcomes. Instead, focus needs to be shifted from punishing people to rehabilitating criminal. Here we go.
Yeah.
Into functioning citizens. Okay, how do you do that is the question everyone's asking, right? I've known family members that we hope could be rehabilitated. The unfortunate reality is that the probability of success is quite low. If the cartel was terrorizing your town, murdered your family members, I have a feeling you would say something different.
Yep.
Bingo.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay, do it.
yeah. 100%, 100%. I don't like people to keep coming with these stupid human right things that I know human right is a beautiful thing, but when you see a person do that to your family in your city and you feel desensitized to the horrible things that you see on TV, like, it's just another day. Hey man, it's a whole different story, you know? It's like somebody says, you know what? I'm going to release some wolves in your town because it's next to a jungle. It's good. It will help them flourish because they're endangered species. I'm like, why don't you do it near your town? Oh, no, because you have a jungle. What? It's like, the logic is so stupid. You don't even understand the danger of the wolves, just like you don't understand the danger of these people. They are people. They have human right. But if you point a gun in my face and you want to rob me consistently or even recruit my son, man, you guys must be bugging if I want to give them human right. I don't. What about my human right of my kid?
Which resembles 1930s, previous decade marked by conflict and eroding world order to COVID, declining institutional trust as multiple layers and across the world spectrum. I feel this doesn't end here. My mother is in-law is El Salvadorian. She grew up there and just went on vacation there and came back last week. She said she felt so much safer this time than any time she can remember. They could stay out and go to restaurants at night. She thanked God for it. Wow. I mean, this is the great thing about a platform like this, because you're seeing different sides and arguments people are making. Go ahead.
And I'm sure you're going to find somebody, it's all fake, it's all fake. I'm like, hey man, if you want to live whenever you see something positive and you're going to assume always it's fake, cool, you do that. I can tell you for a fact, knowing people from Salvador, in Spain, they want to go back. That's why they left. They were like, hey man, we're having a good time over here.
The numbers speak for themselves. I think it's a great thing. You know, I get why there is some pause for concern. You know, are you eliminating the Constitution, whatever that was?
Yeah.
But whatever they were doing wasn't working.
Yeah.
It was a murder. It was a murder country.
Yeah.
Llevamos 8 meses en esta guerra contra las pandillas. Y gracias a Dios, la estamos ganando. Esta es una victoria demasiado sorprendente que está ahí cerca. Que quede claro que la gloria es para Dios
Amen.
y que es de Dios. Nosotros los seres humanos tenemos la dicha de ser instrumentos de Dios, todos nosotros, para llevarle paz, libertad y felicidad al pueblo salvadoreño. Y nosotros somos el instrumento para sanar esta tierra. Cada uno de ustedes son un instrumento de Dios para hacerlo. La paz no se consigue firmando acuerdos entre corruptos, repartiéndose el poder entre asesinos. La paz se construye con trabajo, con sudor, con esfuerzo y con la valentía que tienen ustedes y sus hermanos policías. Debe tener algo que le indica que uno es parte de algo más importante que uno mismo y que vale la pena arriesgar la vida, por eso que es más importante que uno mismo. Son valores. Valores como la valentía, como el coraje, como la fortaleza, la disciplina, el patriotismo, el honor, la lealtad, el amor por el prójimo. Son valores fundamentales de la sociedad humana, pero son valores que se están perdiendo cada vez más en el mundo.
Yep.
Si ustedes ven noticias internacionales, se van a dar cuenta cómo los valores más importantes que tiene el ser humano, como el honor, la lealtad, la valentía, el coraje, el amor por el prójimo, son precisamente los valores que cada día se pierden más, que cada día hay menos. Y por eso ven como sociedades que parecía que ya lo habían logrado, ahora se van degradando, porque están perdiendo los valores que los hicieron grandes.
Correcto.
Valores que probablemente no eran fuertes en esta tierra, y sí eran fuertes en otras tierras. Y por eso es que esas tierras crecieron y se hicieron grandes. Pero esos valores los están perdiendo ellos ahora. Y por el contrario, en El Salvador, los valores que antes estaban degradados en nuestro país, ahora son los más importantes. Y si no, mírense ustedes, hombres y mujeres jóvenes, que tienen todos estos valores. ¿Cómo no va a surgir una nación con valores así? ¿cómo no va a surgir una nación que pone primero a Dios y que luego pone su trabajo y su esfuerzo con este tipo de valores?
That's so beautiful, man. I think my last few videos were talking about there's a lot of selfish people these days, and we don't promote selflessness. And I understand where it's coming from. But it's like you can't have a community without being selflessness.
I was talking to our producers after the dinner, and you're not the first head of state that we've talked to or had dinner with. You talked less about yourself than any politician I think I've ever eaten with. So I don't know if that was a pose. You kept it going for like 5 hours, which was impressive. Maybe because you don't make it all about you. Maybe that's one of the reasons you're so popular.
I don't know. Probably if we have talked about me for 5 hours, it would be very boring, or we have cut short the dinner probably.
Well, politicians talk about themselves endlessly.
Yeah, that's why.
And later Tucker Carlson also says, you didn't even mention right wing or left wing. You just want to help people and stop people dying through crime. And that was his major part. And I love this. But anyway, I think the message has been sent. You know where I'm coming from. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Like, share, hit the bell notification, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the content, and see you guys next time. Peace.